Okay, so we're diving into a topic today that I think a lot of artists grapple with, that whole
Hmm.
idea of the starving artist,
Right.
sacrificing everything for their art.
Yeah.
But what if it didn't have to be that way? What if there was a way to find success in the art world without the struggle?
Absolutely.
So that's what we're looking at today.
Yeah, we're going to try to figure out how to turn that passion into profit, right?
Exactly.
Like, how do you make a living doing what you love?
And we're going to be digging into a really comprehensive guide today.
Yes.
Art marketing, a step-by-step guide for artists.
Hmm.
And we're going to be pulling out, I think, like the insider secrets
Yeah,
from this guide to really give people a leg up
for sure.
in navigating the whole world of marketing and selling art.
Well, and, it's funny because the guide starts off with something that I think a lot of people get tripped up on, which is the difference between marketing and selling. They get used interchangeably all the time.
Right.
But the guide makes the argument that they're actually very distinct skill sets. So I think a good way to think about it is like marketing is all about
Sure.
generating that buzz, creating that excitement, curiosity around your work.
Right.
It's like throwing, a fantastic opening night party for your latest collection.
Ooh, I like that.
That's marketing.
Selling, on the other hand, is about, once you have those people interested, how do you actually build those personal connections to turn those admirers into buyers? So you're the gallery owner, you're kind of guiding them through the collection, you're understanding their tastes,
Right.
and then ultimately making that sale. Yeah.
So it's like you're wearing two hats.
Yes.
You're the promoter to get people excited.
Yeah.
And then you're also the art dealer to actually
Yeah.
seal the deal.
And here's the other thing that I think is really interesting is that a lot of artists, they kind of shy away from marketing.
Right. It feels icky.
Yeah, they think it's like a dirty word.
Yeah.
But the guide actually makes a really compelling argument that marketing is actually essential for artists today. Just, be that starving artist hoping to be discovered.
Those days are gone. You have to champion your own work.
Absolutely. It's like fortune favors the bold.
Exactly. And that's where I think strategic marketing comes in
Okay.
because, it helps artists reach a much wider audience, obviously.
Mhm.
It helps you build credibility, especially in such a competitive field.
Right.
And ultimately, yes, it does help you sell more art.
So it's really about amplifying your reach, getting your art in front of the most people
Exactly.
would really connect with it.
Yes, and more importantly, it's not just about getting in front of the most people. It's about getting in front of the right people.
Oh, okay.
And that's where knowing your audience comes in.
Okay, so it's more than just like a numbers game.
It's not just about going viral.
Right.
It's about connecting with the people who are actually going to connect with your work.
Okay, I like that.
So, we're not just talking about basic demographics here. It's more about understanding their artistic tastes, their motivations for buying art.
So really getting into their heads.
Yes, exactly. Like what makes them tick?
Okay.
Why do they buy art? What kind of art do they buy?
Interesting.
The guide gives a really good example. Imagine you've got an artist who specializes in like abstract landscapes
Mhm.
versus someone who is creating like pop art sculptures.
Okay, completely different vibes.
Completely different.
Mhm.
And they're going to be targeting completely different segments of the art market, right?
Right.
So their marketing strategy should really reflect that.
So you have to tailor your message to
And-
your ideal client.
Yes. Like a bespoke suit.
I love that. Okay.
It's got to fit perfectly.
That makes a lot of sense.
And I think the big aha moment here is that when you actually understand your audience,
Yeah.
you can craft these marketing messages that resonate with them on a much deeper level.
Okay.
You're no longer just selling a product, you're building a connection,
I like that.
which is so much more powerful, so much more fulfilling,
Yeah.
and it's much more sustainable in the long run.
Okay, so we've established that connection is key.
Yes.
We've got to know who we're talking to,
Mhm.
but how do we actually reach those people?
Right.
Where do we find them?
That is the question, isn't it?
So we've got our message tailored. We know who we want to reach,
Right.
but how do we actually get it in front of them?
Well, the guide spends a lot of time talking about the online world because, let's face it, that's where so much of this happens these days.
It's essential now, right?
It's non-negotiable.
To have an online presence.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You got to meet your audience where they are.
Okay, but I think a lot of artists hear that and think, okay, I just need to be posting my art on Instagram.
Right.
But I'm guessing it's a little more nuanced than that.
It is a little more nuanced.
So what does a good online presence look like according to the guide?
Well, one thing that they emphasize a lot is having a really well-designed artist website.
Okay.
And I don't just mean like a simple online portfolio.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like your digital flagship.
Okay, your home base.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like think about it. For a lot of people, your website is going to be the first point of contact.
Right, when somebody Googles your name.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure it's doing you justice.
Okay, so it's more than just showing off the art. It's showing off you as an artist.
Yes. And you as a brand.
Okay, so how do we do that?
Well, the guide recommends a few things.
Okay.
A good artist statement is really important.
Okay, so people get a sense of, what's behind the work.
Exactly. What's your creative process? What are your inspirations?
Yeah.
They also recommend having a really well-curated portfolio.
Okay.
Don't just throw everything you've ever made on there.
Right. Be selective.
Be selective, highlight your best work,
Okay.
and then, of course, make sure that you have clear contact information.
Right.
You want to make it easy for people to get in touch with you.
So basically make it super easy to find you, to get to know you, and hopefully to buy some art.
Exactly. That's the goal.
Yeah.
Right?
Now let's talk about social media
Oh,
because
boy.
I feel like a lot of people have a love-hate relationship with that.
Absolutely.
It can be a necessary evil.
Yeah. It can feel like a chore.
What does the guide have to say about that?
The guide actually takes a really positive approach to social media. Right. They really encourage artists to see it as a tool for connection.
Okay, so less about selling, more about engaging.
Exactly. Because it's not just about posting images of your work.
Right.
It's about sharing your process,
Okay.
sharing what inspires you, behind the scenes stuff.
Okay, I like that.
Let people into your world.
It's like giving them a backstage pass.
Exactly.
Okay.
Think like Instagram stories for studio sneak peeks,
Oh, fun.
time-lapse videos of your creative process.
Yeah.
Even live Q&A sessions where you're actually interacting with your followers in real time.
So it's about building that community.
Yes. And, speaking of community,
Yeah.
the guide also talks about networking and collaboration.
Okay. And I hope this goes beyond like awkward gallery opening small talk.
It does.
Okay, good.
It goes much deeper than that.
Okay, so tell me more.
The guide really stresses the importance of building genuine relationships
Okay.
within the art community.
So finding your people.
Yes. And it's not about like schmoozing or self-promotion.
Right. Yeah.
It's about, mutual support,
Okay.
shared passion.
Like a rising tide lifts all boats.
Exactly. And the guide has some really good practical tips for this,
Okay, like what?
like becoming an active member of online art communities,
Cool.
attending workshops and artist talks, collaborating with other artists whose work you admire.
Ooh, I like that one.
Right. Like, why not team up?
Yeah.
Create something together.
Support each other.
Exactly. And you never know
Wow.
what amazing opportunities might come out of those connections.
Right.
It could lead to new collaborations. It could lead to exhibitions,
Well, new ideas.
new ideas,
Yeah.
mentorship even.
So it's really about fostering a sense of community rather than competition.
Exactly. It's about lifting each other up.
Okay, so we've talked about finding our people, building that sense of community.
Mm-hmm.
But let's be real for a second.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we also need to
Pay the bills.
make a living from our art.
Right.
So does the guide address that whole business side of things?
It does. And I'm glad you brought that up because it's something that a lot of artists, I think, kind of shy away from.
Yeah.
But the guide actually dedicates a significant chunk to it,
Okay.
to like the left glamorous side
Right.
of running an art business.
Oh, like beyond the canvas and easel here.
Exactly. Like this is the nitty gritty.
Okay, so what kind of advice do they give?
Well, they cover a lot of ground. Everything from, how to price your work fairly
Mm-hmm.
to like how to build those relationships with collectors.
Okay.
But one thing that really stood out to me was how much they emphasized customer service.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. You don't always think of that as being like a top priority for artists,
Right.
but it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, because I guess every interaction you have kind of reflects back on you.
Exactly. Like whether it's responding to inquiries promptly and professionally, or even just like packaging a piece of art that someone bought from you
Okay.
with care,
Yeah.
and like a personal touch.
It's all part of the experience.
It's all part of the experience, and it
Yeah.
all contributes to your brand and your reputation.
Right. So it's about going above and beyond
Yes. Exceeding
to
expectations.
really create that lasting impression.
Yes. And hopefully turn, a one-time buyer into like a lifelong fan.
That's the dream right there. Okay, so the guide even gets into some really specific stuff too, right?
It does.
Eh?
Like presentation, for example.
Okay.
Using high-quality materials for your prints and your framing,
Okay.
providing certificates of authenticity. Even little things like a handwritten thank you note.
Oh, I love that.
It all adds up.
It's those little touches that make people feel special. Okay, so we've covered so much ground here.
We have.
We've talked about the difference between marketing and selling,
Mhm.
building a strong online presence,
Yes.
cultivating a supportive network,
Right.
even like mastering that business side of being an artist.
It's a lot.
It is. Is there like one big takeaway message that kind of ties it all together?
You know, if I had to sum it up, I think it's that success in the art world really requires this delicate balance
Okay.
between creativity and strategic thinking.
I like that.
You can't just be one or the other.
Yeah, you got to have both.
You got to have both. You have
Yep.
to stay true to your artistic vision, of course.
Of course.
But you also have to embrace those tools and strategies that can actually help you get your work out there.
So it's like finding that sweet spot
Exactly.
where passion and pragmatism come together.
Yes.
I love that.
This has been incredibly insightful.
It's been fun.
Yeah, it has.
Always learn so much from these deep dives.
Me too. And you know what I love about them?
What's that?
Is that we're giving people a starting point.
Mm-hmm.
We're kind of like piquing their curiosity.
Right, a little teaser trailer.
Exactly. And hopefully inspiring them to go even deeper.
Yes. So if you're listening to this
Yes.
and you want to learn more,
Yeah.
definitely check out the full guide.
Yes.
It's called Art Marketing, a step-by-step guide for artists. And you can find it at marketyourart.net.
It's a treasure trove of information. It really is. And they even have a whole section on art and AI.
Oh, that's got to be fascinating.
It's super interesting.
Okay, so until next time,
Yes.
keep pushing those boundaries.
And don't be afraid to put yourself out there.
Yes, beautifully said.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye, everyone.